Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Here we go. What up? Happy Wednesday. It is the KVJ After the Show podcast. Bird's knocking out a few beverages, and he's checking out the Emmett Otter Jug Band Christmas. So here he is, taking a little trip down memory lane.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh,
man. Getting a little buzz and nostalgic.
Nobody sings like Ma Otter.
Amen.
She's got that 70s kind of Karen Carpenter type sounding voice.
Yeah, I believe it was 78 or 77 Emmett Otter Jug Band Christmas came out, and they always ran it on HBO. So as a little kid, they always had that going on. That's how I know it.
Remember last year they released it in the theater?
Yeah.
I went.
You were the only one.
Kids. I was the only one.
And that was before COVID.
I remember us talking about it back on our old station. You never seeing it, Kev.
Yeah, I think I did watch it once when you guys first started talking about it, because I'd never seen it. When I was a kid, yeah, because we didn't have that. I remember all my friends would always talk about Fraggle Rock was a big show that was on when I was a kid on HBO, and so I didn't get to check those. So I'd never heard of the Emmett Otter Jug Band Christmas. We were the poor kids. We didn't. You were real fancy in my town if you had HBO.
Well, it was weird because we were poor, but somehow we had HBO. Always. We always had that going on, but we couldn't afford it.
I know. We had the same thing. We were scratching and scraping, but we had HBO. It's weird.
I saw so many titties because of HBO. I mean, they always had, if it was 10 p.m. or later on the weekend, titties galore on HBO.
Yeah, well, I remember when I was a kid, because HBO was Channel 5. And I remember sometimes if you'd adjust your little rabbit ears just right, you could almost see what it was. And I coveted HBO so much, I really wanted to see it because, my next door neighbor had HBO. And he was watching Poltergeist and My Bodyguard and all these kind of things that I wanted to watch that were on at the time. So I remember I had one of those little TVs, and I was always trying to get a little HBO. And I remember I think I see a boobie.
Well, back in the 80s, I don't know if you had to have one of the cable, like an HBO or a Showtime, and I don't know if anyone else had this happen. You would get free weekends of HBO, Cinemax, and then they'd throw Playboy in there. And as a kid,
I don't remember getting the Playboy free.
Me and my brother could not believe it. And this was not just titties. This was, we're talking.
We've got Bush.
Yeah, we've got
Bush.
We've got, all of the things you like.
All of the joys.
All of the joys.
A pubescent boy would love.
Yes.
Christmas dongs.
Well, we couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It is weird that they would put Playboy in people's houses for free. You're like, wait, what?
And it was weird because me and my brother would always notice because they did it so often.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be times where they'd have free Playboy and you would get it and it would end right at midnight going into Monday morning. But every now and then they'd fuck up and it would last till about 2 p.m. on a Monday. And that's...
So this guy's getting the bonus time.
So those are the days you call in sick to school.
Yeah.
how was that? Who knows how old I was?
You can't go to school if there's free Playboy on a Monday.
He's getting a little OT rubbing the pud.
My parents
We're
are
going overtime here, kids.
Parents are sleeping like, holy shit, Playboy, fuck.
Couldn't believe it. Good times.
You would still say the same thing if you got free Playboy.
I think you're right.
You haven't changed a bit.
Yeah, it's crazy days, boy. You talk about just how the world of pornography and whatnot has changed and just the attitudes on it. And I was reading an article yesterday about Hooters and just how many Hooters locations they've closed from where they were at their height. And it just basically boiled down to it just now kind of feels awkward. We went through, the whole hashtag Me Too movement. And they were saying a lot of the older, horned up guys, they're kind of aging out of it. And the younger people just, they don't really feel it. It's just something where it's not really connecting, the whole Hooters vibe, because it feels sad, desperate. There's you porn. It's easier places to get it. And I think there's a heightened awareness to, I'm here staring at somebody for their cans or whatever, and they just feel odd about it. And so they're just saying whatever it is with where we are now as a country, that Hooters, when they launched, I think it's like in the 80s, it just kind of had that, hey, great, we got free Playboy channel kind of vibe.
Yeah, it was definitely different, but I mean, Hooters is so benign. Anybody still saying Hooters is controversial, you're fucking wrong.
I don't think they're saying it's controversial. I think they're just saying that, maybe then it worked for it because it was controversial in a lightning rod. And I think that's it. Because it's not really controversial. It just feels maybe desperate. I don't know what the word is, but there's...
The vibe has changed.
Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah,
It
I hear what you're
definitely
saying.
has. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're that kind of a person, you're just going to go to a strip club. Why waste your time at Hooters? Get right to the source.
Yeah, and they were saying that maybe they haven't picked up the menu enough that it hasn't evolved. Now, I do. I go. I like their chicken wings. We get the little shrimp action, and it's good. I still like Hooters, but it's not that we're ever going for what any of their waitresses are wearing.
Wow.
Guess who just showed up?
Look what just
Oh,
walked in.
Daddy's brought in some beer.
Oh, I thought that was Stoney the Elf.
Oh, he wouldn't bring beer.
He brings edibles.
We got the good shit.
I'll take one of those high lives if that's cold.
You son of a bitch, you
Well,
get one.
before you
Thank you
knock
for
it
the
around.
beer, Stoney the Elf. That was so nice
That
of
was
you.
very nice.
Oh yeah, I brought some weed too.
We could talk about that now, Stoney. I'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Oh, this is fun.
This is fun.
Yeah, it is fun for a Wednesday. I mean, hey.
Well, I mean, it's the last week until,
True.
right? Am I not? Should I not have said that? I said this was our last week, and then people started getting mad in the chat room. You guys are taking fucking vacation next week.
Yes.
Yes,
I got to get my life and my head on straight.
we are taking vacation next week.
I got to actually prepare for Christmas for my family. My head's been all wrapped up in everything else. But next week, I'm really looking forward to preparing for Christmas.
My closing date's on Monday too.
That's right. You close on the 21st.
Yes, whatever the 24th, whatever day that is.
Yeah, it's Monday.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, we got to have your house party.
We are, and everyone in the chat room's invited. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we got an email here that said, can you guys please give us at least an hour of reruns while you're away? When you guys last took off, you gave us 16 minutes of Ann talking about pies galore. I loved it so much that I replayed it over and over again.
Aww.
I know I sound pretty selfish, but you guys have no idea how much I look forward to hearing from you on a daily basis. Almost therapeutic. Maybe we could get an Aunt Ann's Greatest Hits for about an hour next day. The last 3 Halloween specials. That's always fun. Yeah, I think what would be a good idea is just open it up to everybody for what you want. Yeah, we're going to be taking some time off, but we like to put together best ofs that are special material package so that, you still want to listen to the show and listen to the podcasts. So if you guys have any ideas, I even just mentioned that yesterday to the crew, like how do we want to package it up? Do we want to have, because I know we got a lot of Christmas material.
I think any of the drinking podcasts are awesome.
I mean,
It could be a whole package of drinking podcasts.
I was going to suggest, I think every podcast we do in the future, we should have a couple, but I don't think that's good for our personal life.
Yeah. And then maybe there's some stuff we might do during break. I don't know. Because I'm going to have probably a lot of free times. We're not doing anything. We're just chilling in town. So.
Brother, I'll be around if you want to
Yeah.
get weird.
Yeah, maybe we can, pop over to your house. And
Come over to
we'll
the
do
new
it.
house, do a little cannonball contest.
Cannonball with cannon.
Yeah.
That alcohol's working good, isn't it?
If you set up a video game console, that kid would be over.
I will set up a video. Fuck yeah. I'll do
Yeah.
whatever you guys want. Let's just
Tell that kid he said, fuck yeah.
tell Cannon, your kid, I said, fuck yeah, come on over.
Here's a lot of swear words. He's on that TikTok. That's kind of one of those things where, as a dad, you always kind of like wonder because, man, he's the TikTok stuff. He goes through those videos a lot. And, I can hear he'll be up there watching videos. And, I mean, the language on it is terrible. And I kind of said, I'm like going, hey, I'm like, what are you watching? And he's like, oh, this and that and blah, blah, blah. I got to say, I've never once heard the kid swear. And so I haven't, jumped in and said anything. He's 12. In June, he's going to be 13. He's going to be a teenager. I don't like it, but I try to always watch that because, I had that mom my mom was super strict. And I know around that age that I'm like, all right, cool your jets and try to process it. And
Well, 12 going into 13, that's a big one.
well, my mom tried to sweep everything away. And, you just talk about HBO. You're going to be doing that kind of stuff. And the more that my mom tried to sweep it away and put up a fence around me and keep me from all that stuff, the more I wanted to get to it. And I dedicated probably the next 20 years of my life to hedonism.
And I think, too, there's this self-discovery that happens.
Yeah.
Whether you try
Right.
to stop it or not, you get a case of the hornies.
We know.
Oh, you had it too, Vicious V.
Yeah, so we've never really been, we've kind of let it open, hey, whatever happens, you see it, but.
I think girls are different from boys. So what is the age where boys start tugging it?
For me, it was 12.
So do you think Cannon's already going down that path?
I don't know.
It's a weird question to ask him.
Yeah, it is a weird question.
But to answer it,
I haven't seen anything that would make you believe. Like I haven't gone in there and he has, his socks are stuck together.
my parents didn't know for a long time. I hit it.
Yeah.
Oh, I hit it big time.
I don't want to know. I think he's into girls now. I know. In fact, speaking of Hooters, he's got that one. My daughter hangs out with this Hooters model. And
Nice.
So he's a big fan of her.
We're
And
all
so
a big fan of her.
She was over at Caitlin's the other night, and Cannon went to go spend the night, and so he was, putting on, making sure he looked his best.
Oh, boy.
I think that what you
A
say.
sleepover with a Hooters chick?
She was over there. I don't think she was
Wow.
spending the night, but she was hanging out at Caitlin's place, and so he'll go over there because he goes to school in Boca, and so he's going to spend the night at his sister's, and he found out that the Hooters chick was there hanging out.
Oh,
so
it's perfection.
he was making sure he looked his finest.
I think you, Virginia, you're not very sexual. I get you like sex, but I don't think you're just I think some people aren't sexual. I've talked to many of females that said they were playing with themselves at 12, 13. I think it depends on the person.
And then when they were telling him that, he started playing with himself.
It was weird because it was in Walgreens.
I never met them before.
Hold on a second. Let me catch up with you.
I gotta stop drinking. I'm getting a little too honest.
I got to sit down and take it out.
These are just jokes, by the way.
Amazing that chain reaction.
But you're not. You're not very. You're not a sexual beast.
I'm curious, though, because I think guys are way more ginned up.
I would say yes. I think more guys are tugging it at an early age, but don't be surprised that you're going to get women that say, at 12, 13, I was exploring.
I'm just curious, when is Rocco going to start getting into all that?
Between 11 and 13. That's the if you Google it if you don't believe me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and because we had that whole thing where it's like we sat there and tried to explain, the birds and the bees kind of thing, and my wife just basically like, do you have any questions? It was not handled well by any means.
It's okay.
It
Don't beat
was
yourself.
not handled well.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up, Dad.
We've not done a lot of.
You know what? Take
we've
another
not done
beer.
a lot of the standard parenting stuff very well.
Drink!
I'll admit we're not very good parents, but and I just shrugged my shoulders like, oh well.
You're doing the best you can. Your
Yeah.
kids are fine.
What are you gonna do?
They'll be great.
Yeah, we're doing what we can. We'll pick up the pieces later, I guess.
How old were you? I know I've asked you this before, but I forget. Were you around that, between 11,
Probably
12?
probably around 12, 13, probably around there. I think it was to a Dr. Ruth special. She used to have a thing on,
Yeah.
maybe it was a Friday night or something like that on 11. She was on there and she was like explaining what it was. I'm like, so what is this thing? You just go, and I'm like, oh, geez.
But did you know?
It was completely unexpected. I didn't know. I'm like, when it started revving up, I'm like, wow, it's starting to tingle. This feels good.
Did you know about the ending? Because I was
No,
playing.
I didn't.
I was
It was a
playing,
shock.
I was playing video games. I didn't know what was. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know what was happening to me. I felt something was stirring within me, and then I did it, but I didn't know the end game. And then I
Oh.
thought I either broke it. I had a
I know what it was,
I had
yeah.
a physical a week later, and I was so petrified that the doctor was going to know.
Like you popped your hymen?
Well, I was going to pee in they always made you pee in a cup.
Yeah.
As a kid, I thought the doctor was going to go, oh, yeah, Kay Pennington, your son is tugging it.
He broke his dick.
Yeah, he's bopping the baloney.
Grant just said we need to rename this the Tug and Chug ATS.
Tug and chug. I love it.
If it had a name.
I'm down.
If it had a name. And if it had a sound effect.
Well played, Grant.
Oh, dang. Yeah, so that's when it began. But yeah, I remember, and then I went from that and to like my first time, I was probably like 40. We start young in Logan.
To have sex?
Yeah.
You busted it at 14.
I think it was about 14, yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. It was my best friend's aunt.
That's
odd story.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How old was she? How old were you?
She was a year younger than me. It was a weird thing because
fucking Logan.
Yeah, everything was weird. Everything was weird. He was a year older than his aunt.
Interesting.
So because his dad's parents had a massive gap between his dad and their youngest kid.
Okay.
Was that the one on the bathroom floor?
Yeah.
And did you know it was gonna?
Kathy.
Did you know it was gonna happen, or did it just kind of happen?
Kind of did, because it was planned, because it was this girl Kathy was her friend's house and her parents were gone. It was that thing where my buddy Rob, it was just so weird because it was like my buddy Rob was with the friend in another room and I'm with his aunt, and it's looking back on it, I'm like going, dude,
it's
so
bizarre.
Weird. You're with his
yeah.
aunt and he was like all happy about it.
Did you strap on that condominium?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we did everything all right.
I don't know, it was the 80s, probably not.
I don't know. I thought we did, but
It was the 80s.
who knows? So long ago.
You did not wear no Jimmy hat.
Yeah. My memory's starting to fade. I'm not even positive I've ever had sex. I still might be a virgin. I don't even know. Not really sure.
You ain't got virgin hair. You got.
Oh, yeah.
You got. I know how to fuck hair.
Oh, okay.
Oh my.
Was that too much?
Yeah.
Wow. That was.
No, that's a compliment.
It's aggressive.
No, it's not. You're a woman. If you say that it carries more weight, you're making me feel very weird. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're fine.
Oh, jeez. That's fun. Francis is in the Facebook chat. We had talked about a rooster problem, so she's going to go to code compliance for noise control. We talked about that earlier. So.
Don't do animal control. Do code enforcement.
Yeah.
Figure out if it's even illegal.
Yeah, it's a fascinating problem, but I could see that being an issue. And honestly, like shaving an hour off every day, that is a big deal. I tell you, I saw that one thing, 15 minutes knocks off 10% productivity the next day.
An hour is insane.
Yeah,
And then
it's
it's
a lot.
ruining her weekends too. That would be old real quick.
Yep, that would be. There you go.
The squeaky wheel gets the oil. If you find out that it is illegal, then you need to be calling every single day and complaining. That's just how it is in life.
Get a pet cobra
Yeah.
and release him.
And release him in the yard. Or look into renting a falcon.
People were saying it.
I can't believe the falcon factoids I heard today. They are mean son of a bitches.
Falcons will fuck you up.
They
Yeah,
will.
it's a very combative bird.
A lot of animals like that. They look cool, but they'll fuck you up.
like Denny's cat.
The koala. So adorable. You want to hug him or her. I ain't trying to be sexist.
Yeah, I think they're unpredictable.
They are.
And I had a chance. We went to the Columbus Zoo, and we were able to go in the koala cage. And we took a photo, and this koala is not behind a cage; it's a foot behind my head. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing. Well, I thought it was going to be attracted to my hair, and I'm like, this thing is going to just.
We know about your hair.
Oh yeah, I'm like, oh, this thing is going to attack me. I was so nervous to find that photo. I'm like, I'm not going to survive this. But yeah, I've heard that about the koala, like out of nowhere. Did you see that where somebody in Australia, they put up a Christmas tree, they had it like they had an open air kind of back room, And they came out the next day and there was a koala bear in their Christmas tree.
That's awesome.
Don't know if you know this. Koalas notoriously known for carrying chlamydia, terrible chlamydia.
I think I had heard
Yeah,
that.
I mean, they
Remind me not to fuck a koala.
too far.
Sorry.
I can't say Kevin's got great fuck hair, but you can talk about bestiality.
I know, right?
What the shit, man?
It's weird lines drawn around here.
Insulting koalas, not Kevin.
I wasn't insulting Kevin. I was saying Kevin looks like he's got great fuck.
That's a compliment.
That is a compliment.
Yeah. I took that as a positive.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, why is it they have that? Is it a sexually transmitted thing or just something that they got?
I think it is. I think they pork a lot. I
They
think
don't
they're
wear
just-
rubbers.
I don't think they wear koala rubbers. They're porking left and right. You know, koala threesomes.
Dang.
Do animals have threesomes?
If they take like medicine, can they get rid of it?
We just threw a lot of questions at you. Can animals get threesomes and can they?
I think
Is there a koala clinic?
when I was at the Atlanta Zoo, what were the meerkats? You ever seen it? It's the ones that they're in that what? It's an animated. It's an animated movie. They have not Jumanji. What the hell's the name of it? And they got the one. He talks like this, and he's the king. Whatever. It was that animal. I think it is a meerkat.
There was a whole special about the meerkats family, and I think Snoop Dogg like narrated one of them.
And we went to the Atlanta Zoo, and these things, and they were in their thing, and they were just banging the entire time.
Wow.
And there was another one that was trying to get involved.
That's
With the whole
awkward.
thing. So he was trying to get the threesome. He got shut down.
I am looking up the threesome animal facts. Not just threesome. Can animals have group sex? And holy shit, yes, they can.
They can?
Oh yeah. Well, think about an octopus.
They have orgies?
Octopus could. I mean, an octopus could pleasure 7 trout if it wanted to.
Octopus are like really super intelligent too. And I feel bad because it's my favorite sushi.
So are elephants. Over Thanksgiving, I was watching an elephant documentary that brought me to tears.
Damn.
I was drinking a little bit watching it, so that might have helped.
At least
But
you don't eat elephant.
they mourn the loss of a loved one. They'll go back to the grave. They'll hug, or I don't know if they can hug because they're elephants.
They'll
but
send flowers.
They can. They wrote like I don't know, hug, elephant hug style, the bones of their dead loved ones.
Damn.
They're very intelligent.
Okay.
Drink.
Yeah, somebody help me out. Madagascar is what I was thinking of, and that's actually a lemur in that. And yeah, what I did see in Atlanta was the meerkats trying to do the threesome. So thanks for putting together the pieces.
Thank you.
That's what it was.
Keith says his cats have threesomes.
Really?
Damn, Keith.
That is crazy, right?
I mean, do you stop that? If you walk in your living room and your cat's, I don't know, getting it, and then the other one's getting eaten out, do you stop that?
I think you should start rolling.
I don't know if they do that though. I don't think they do oral. I don't think animals do oral.
Cats don't 69?
I don't think so. I think it's all because they're not. I think a lot of it they do it for the biological reason of trying to reproduce.
Are you going on record right now saying there's never been a cat that's ever done oral sex?
I don't think that animals do oral.
So wait, cats don't eat that pussy?
Too far.
Wooden Stash Dave said monkeys do oral, I think. I don't
Monkeys
know.
do?
I don't know. That's a good question. Do any animals do oral? Because I don't think they do.
Well, monkeys jerk off.
I didn't think so. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, you think if monkeys can masturbate, why can't they give a little 69 action?
I mean, he brings a valid point.
They steal purses. Why can't they,
Well, they masturbate, I think, because it feels good. But, I mean, did they put it all together? Has any animal put it together where they do?
I just feel like all the cleverness of animals. You mean to tell me no one's figured out, well, let's try to 69 a little bit. Let me try to go down on this otter.
Well, I think they probably feel like getting at it and actually doing the poking feels better, and it's got a purpose. Like they're wired for that.
There's going
to
be at least one smart animal person that listens to this podcast, and they're going to have all of the answers for.
Will's trying to say monkeys do oral, and I'm not. I don't know. I'd like to see that because I've never turned on a nature special and they talk about monkeys doing oral.
So
I've
if
never
you've
seen
got
that.
monkey porn, send it to us.
You're at, okay.
Make sure you use the work email address.
Maybe not at the zoo because there's people watching. You're in the jungle. You're in the rough, as they say, and you stumble upon a monkey blowing another monkey. Do you watch for a while?
Yeah, I think I do.
And it's not sexual. It's curiosity.
You don't speak for me.
Josh in the YouTube chat, he said there's a video of a monkey that uses a frog as a fleshlight. It's both funny and eerie.
What?
What? No, I'll tell you what's eerie is that Josh is watching that shit.
The monkey face fucked the frog?
I think so.
Josh, did you watch that?
Josh.
Oh my God.
You need to send that to Jason's work email.
That's insane.
Send it to my work email because I never open it.
And all he's got is like videos of monkeys face fucking frogs.
We won't need to take off 2 weeks for vacation. We'll be suspended for muddying up the email.
Well, think about it. Monkeys know how to smoke. They know how to drink. They know how to give blowjobs then.
They do train monkeys to do they train them now to go up and get the coconuts and make coconut water.
If there was ever an animal to do oral, it's definitely the monkey. I think the chat room is right on this one.
Damn.
If there's any monkey or any animal, I would think it'd be the monkey that would do it.
I always thought the what's that one cat? It's got the real like sexy eyes. And that looks like a sexual.
turned on by cats?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Siamese? Oh, jeez. He's over here getting turned on by
No, I'm not. I didn't mean to say
the
sexy.
cat with the sexy
I
eyes.
didn't mean to say that.
But have you seen its ass?
I know Denny's got a lot of cats. I hope none of them are Siamese.
That's not what. I'm over fucking cats. Okay, stop
You
it.
thought we were fucking cats? Is that what you just said? What did you just say?
I said I'm not over here fucking cats.
Oh, okay. I thought we were. I'm like, wait, what?
What?
I'm like, hold on. If we accepted that and moved on in the conversation, where
I get why
that's
you
a
questioned
thing?
me. I get it.
Yeah, I was
The
like, hold
follow-up.
on, hit the brakes here. I want to make sure that it's not
That's
something
great.
we've
Now
all
people
signed
thinking
off
I'm
on.
poking Rufus. Thanks, Virginia.
Well, I don't know that you're not.
You stop it. Take it back. Too far.
Too far. Sorry.
Rebecca said in Facebook that oral sex occurs with some frequency throughout the animal kingdom. It's been observed in primates, spotted hyenas, goats, and sheep. Female
Wow.
cheetahs and lions lick and rub the male's genitals as part of their courtship ritual.
Lick and rub?
You're getting Jaybird hard talking about animals licking each other's privates.
Did I hear donkey in there?
You hear what you want to hear? No, you didn't. It was hyenas,
Dang.
goats, and sheep.
I get the hyena and the donkey confused sometimes.
Yeah, they look alike.
You know, I get those bears and snook.
Jaybirds animal show. That's a donkey, no, actually, asshole. That's a hyena.
I would like to see you narrate an animal show.
The kid guest corrects me.
This is always wrong.
No, sir, it's a manatee.
You should team up with Amy at Bush Wildlife and do a narration on an animal video.
I'm in. Hey, Amy, if you hear this, call me.
She just started a podcast, by the way, for Bush Wildlife.
Oh, we should mention that. Yeah, we love Bush Wildlife, and they've had some struggles with COVID. They're starting an animal podcast, which
They
is
are.
great.
And they have to have a new facility soon, too. They have to leave their facility that they've known
no
and
way.
loved for
Really?
years. Yeah, they're moving out into Jupiter Farms.
Okay.
And so that's beautiful, but of course they need help. So if you are an animal lover, you know, we're kidding around. We don't
Nobody
actually-
wants to bang
Nobody wants to
animals.
bang animals on this show. We want them to be healthy and happy, but the work they do there, Amy at Bush Wildlife, is great.
I remember one time back at our old station, we were joking just like this, less crass, of course, because it was on the air, about animals. We were making a bunch of jokes.
Yeah.
And then some drunk sales guy cornered Virginia at some event and go, "You guys are turning people off. You're talking about banging animals. No one wants to hear you guys talk about banging fucking animals."
Did I punch him?
You were like, "Dude, it's a fucking joke."
Is that what you said to him?
It's like,
Tone deaf.
Dude, what are you talking? He was all drunk. I think he wanted to bang Virginia, first of all.
Whatever. That's not going to be the way to get to my heart.
No. Yeah, let me insult your show.
No for you. Get out of here. What a douche. What's his name?
I'll text it to you.
Got a nice email from another Amy. She said, last Thursday, I received a call from my brother in Illinois. My mom was not doing well. I need to come home, but Being in the middle of COVID, I drove myself, see my mom in Illinois, 16-hour drive one way. I got through it only by listening to you guys up and back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, my mom passed while I was there last Friday, but I needed the laughs to get me home, and thank you for that.
Last Friday? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend.
I'm sorry that your mom passed, but I'm so happy we could be there for you because it is important to have. I love when I have podcasts that I enjoy listening to.
Distractions, my friend.
It passes that driving time so large.
Yeah.
Distractions are very, just in life, if you're going through a dark time, find a cozy, fun, peaceful distraction. I ran out of breath.
Did you get emotional?
No, I'm just out of shape, I think.
You got emotional.
I fucking ran out of breath.
Breathe.
Breathe. Yeah, breathe and drink.
Yeah, so if anybody has any thoughts on the podcast stuff, we'll do, because, we're going to be off after this week. We're doing our live virtual holiday happy hour on Friday, 6 o'clock on the Facebook and YouTube channels, presented by Peggy Adams Animal Rescue League, and then we'll be off until right after the new year.
My first goal moving into the new place is to set up the podcast studio.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get that set up so maybe we can do some podcasts over the break.
I love
I'd like
it.
to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to do a bitch and the witch.
Let's do it.
And then I want to do another one of those podcasts with our mediums getting together, our psychic mediums.
We could do it a couple ways because I'm not supposed to be out of my townhouse till the end, like the last day of December. So we could do the Bitch and the Witch podcast or the Kev and the Hev podcast. Heaven, God.
Yeah, we'll work on the name.
Yeah. I'm trying over
You're
here.
just riffing.
Oh, you
yeah.
went Kevin the Hev, and you looked at me. I'm like, is he saying I'm heavy?
No.
Damn, you just call me fat on my own
Yeah,
podcast.
fucking runaway model.
What?
You look like a runaway model.
That really just was one word. There was no separation in that.
Damn, the Kev and the Hev.
You said a sentence in one word that didn't end.
You look like a runaway model.
I look like Santa.
Oh, God. People get so annoyed when you talk about how, unquote, fat you are, weighing less than a pine cone.
Whatever. I do love the Kev and the Hev.
What if we were locked into that name, Kevin?
That'd be tough. We had to rebrand everything.
I would cry the
Next thing
whole
you know, a station
podcast.
vehicle pulls up and it just says Kevin the Hev, and you're like, ugh.
And they like Photoshop me so I'm fatter. I'm like,
Yeah. So we
"Brr."
got to run with this, huh?
I'm just sad, but I'm eating cake.
Yeah.
Oh, man, my stomach hurts. I'm having such great fun.
Yeah. Just saying. We got an hour still to the party.
I say,
right.
you know what? Let's take this podcast till the beginning of the party. Let's just fucking go.
I would. We got somebody we got to talk to.
Yeah, we got Little Smiles interviews.
Shit.
Yeah. What a transition, huh?
I'll just be
We go
silent.
from monkeys face fucking frogs to little smiles.
We are all over the place.
No, we're versatile.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, man, it's over.
You shut it down.
Damn it. Four more
Well, we
minutes.
got to talk to him in 2 minutes.
4 more minutes.
We got this.
We'd be late. All right, thank you guys for locking in. Somebody said do the interview on the ATS. No.
Oh, gosh. No.
You'll hear it on the radio tomorrow. All right, you guys have a good one. We'll be back later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.